welcome all the 7th standard students to my English class. Today we are going to do activity 9. All of you take your text and turn to page number 17. Yes, here is a letter written by Anushka. Read and find how Anushka has organized the letter. You know, letters. How many types of letters are there in English? There are 2 types of letters. You know, which are they? Formal letters and informal letters. Formal letters and informal letters. ഫോമൽ ലെറ്റേഴ്സും ഇൻഫോർമൽ ലെറ്റേഴ്സും അങ്ങനെ 2 തരം ലെറ്റേഴ്സാണ് ഇംഗ്ലീഷിലുള്ളത്. ഈ ഫോമൽ ലെറ്റേഴ്സിനകത്ത് ഉൾപ്പെടുന്നത് ഒഫീഷ്യൽ ലെറ്റേഴ്സ് ആൻഡ് ബിസിനസ് ലെറ്റേഴ്സ്. ഒഫീഷ്യൽ ലെറ്റർ എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ നമ്മൾ സ്കൂളിൽ ആബ്സെൻ്റ് ആയി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ടീച്ചേഴ്സിന് എഴുതുന്ന ലെറ്റർ, HMന് എഴുതുന്ന ലെറ്റർ, ഇങ്ങനെ ഓഫീസ് പരമായ കാര്യങ്ങൾക്ക് വേണ്ടി എഴുതുന്ന ലെറ്ററിനാണ് നമ്മൾ ഒഫീഷ്യൽ ലെറ്റർ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ബിസിനസ് ലെറ്റർ നമ്മൾ ഒരിടത്തു നിന്ന് കുറച്ച് ബുക്സ് ഓർഡർ ചെയ്യുന്നു, അപ്പം അങ്ങനെയുള്ള സന്ദർഭങ്ങളിൽ കുറച്ച് സാധനങ്ങൾ വാങ്ങാൻ വേണ്ടി നമ്മൾ എഴുതുന്ന ലെറ്ററാണ് ബിസിനസ് ലെറ്റർ. ദിസ് ഫോമൽ ലെറ്റർ ഇൻക്ലൂഡ്സ് 2 ടൈപ്സ്. ദറ്റ് ഈസ് ഒഫീഷ്യൽ ലെറ്റർ ആൻഡ് ബിസിനസ് ലെറ്റർ. ദെൻ ഇൻഫോർമൽ ലെറ്റർ. ഹിയർ വി ഹാവ് ഗിവൺ ആൻ ഇൻഫോർമൽ ലെറ്റർ. ഇൻഫോർമൽ ലെറ്റർ മീൻസ് നമ്മളിപ്പം റിലേറ്റീവ്സിന് എഴുതുന്ന ലെറ്റർ, ഫ്രണ്ട്സിന് എഴുതുന്ന ലെറ്റർ, അപ്പം അങ്ങനെയുള്ള ലെറ്ററിനാണ് നമ്മൾ ഇൻഫോർമൽ ലെറ്റർ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. Here you are given an informal letter. Then we can go through the letter. Please look at the text. Anushka, Golden Hills. Anushka, Golden Hills, Press Road, Goa, June 16, 2014. Dear Ammu, hope you are doing well. I reached Goa with my parents. We are staying in a resort. The weather here is really good. We are planning to go to the beach and the church today. I will send you the snaps after visiting all the places. I wish you were also with me. Regards to all our friends there. See you soon. Take care. With regards, Anushka. You read it. Yeah. Who wrote this letter? Who wrote this letter? Anushka. Anushka wrote this letter. When did she write the letter? When did she write the letter? June 16, 2014. Who is Anushka's friend here? Ammu. Ammu is Anushka's friend. How did Anushka start the salutation? Dear. This is salutation. Dear Ammu. Anushka started the salutation here. Dear Ammu. What is the main event of the letter? ഈ ലെറ്ററിൻ്റെ പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട സംഭവം എന്താണ്? Anushka went to Goa for a tour with her parents. Then that is the main event. Then how did she end the letter? How did she end the letter? Regards to all our friends there. See you soon. Take care. Thus, this way she ended the letter with regards, Anushka. Here, sender's address. First, when we write an informal letter, we have to mention the sender's address. Here, Anushka is the sender, so she had written her own address. Anushka, Golden Hills, Press Road, Goa. Then date. Put the date then. Then salutation. Salutation is Dear Ammu. This is the body of the letter. Hope you are doing well. I reached Goa with my parents. We are staying in a resort. The weather here is really good. We are planning to go to the beach and the church today. I will send you the snaps after visiting all the places. I wish you were also with me. This is the body of the letter. Then we have the conclusion or closing. Regards to all our friends there. See you soon. Take care. With regards, that is the closing or conclusion of the letter. Here 4 points are mentioned. First is sentence address, then date, then salutation, body of the letter, and finally we have the conclusion, how we can conclude the letter. Here Anushka shows how she concluded the letter. Now our question is, the boy in the story, how far is the river, is thrilled after visiting the river. He decides to write a letter to his friend to share his experience. What would be the letter like? Write it below. This is almost same pattern. Our boy's letter. First we can give him a name. Here we can give him a name, Arun. First we have to write the sender's address. Sender's address. What would be the sender's address? Here the sender is our boy. So we can give her a name, Arun. Then what is his house name? Rama. Then a place there, place also, Ayingavu. That is the sender's address. Who is the sender here? Arun. Arun is the sender. This is Arun's address here. Arun is the sender. So the sender's address is Arun's address. Then we have to give a date. Today, 2nd July. July 2nd, 2020. Then what would be the salutation? His friend is Akhil. We can give him the name Akhil. Arun and his friend Akhil. Arun is writing a letter to his friend Akhil. Dear Akhil. That is the salutation. Dear Akhil. Then we have to write some common sentences in starting here. Hope you are doing well. I am writing this letter to share an amazing news. നമുക്കറിയാം നമ്മുടെ ബോയ് പോയ കാര്യങ്ങളും അവൻ ആരെയൊക്കെ കണ്ടു എന്നുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങളെല്ലാം നമ്മൾ എങ്ങനെ അവനെ അവിടെ എത്തി എന്നുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങളെല്ലാം നമ്മൾ ഈ ഹൗ ഫാർ ഇസ് ദ റിവറിനകത്ത് പഠിച്ചതാണ്. He can start this way. Hope you are doing well. I am writing this letter to share an amazing news with you. Last day I got a chance to visit the river, which I had never seen but heard of the villagers. You know all these things. When my parents went one of the relatives' house, I started my journey through the forest. Then he gives a short description about short means or 1 or 2 sentences. The path was steep and very difficult to travel. Then on my way to the river, I met a woodcutter, then a girl and a village boy. When the village boy diverged another path, the silence, I was alone and the silence frightened me a lot. Then still I continued my journey and I heard the roaring sound of the river. I was thrilled and then when I reached the river, I stepped in the water. The water was blue and white and wonderful. I wish you were with me. Then convey my regards to your parents. Let me conclude with regards, Arun. So we can write this way. Here, Akhil, our boy is Arun. His address, Arun, Aramam, Aringavu. Then July, date, July 2nd, 2020. Dear Akhil, Arun is writing a letter to his friend Akhil. Arun is describing here, through this letter, Arun is describing his journey to the river. So, dear Akhil, hope you are doing well. I am writing this letter to share an amazing news with you. Last day, I got a chance to visit the river, which I had never seen but heard of the villagers. When my parents when my parents went one of the relatives' house, I started my journey through the forest. The path was steep and very difficult to travel. On my way to the river, I met a woodcutter, then a girl and a village boy. When the village boy diverged another path, the silence frightened me a lot. Still, I continued my journey. I heard the roaring sound of the river. I was thrilled, and when I reached the river, I stepped in the water. The water was blue and white and wonderful. I wish you were with me. Convey my regards to your parents. Let me conclude with regards, Arun. Here also all the factors. Senders address here, that is senders address is Arun, Aramam, Aryangav. Then date, July 2nd, 2020. Then salutation, then body of the letter, and finally we have the conclusion. Do you understand how to write this letter? Yes, I hope you can add more to this letter, or you can add more, or you can less. The boy in the story, How Far is the River, is thrilled after visiting the river. He desires to write a letter to his friend to share his experience. What would be the letter like? Write it below. The answer is given at the end of this video. Okay.